I'm Robert Cardoza, and you're watching On the Street, the intersection of business and politics. This is where we take all of the data, we throw it into a funnel, find out what the truth is, vet all the cruddy stuff out of there, and you're going to get that only right here on the street. So you want to continue watching us, and you can watch us on TiVo, on Ustream, on YouTube, on everywhere. If you're not getting us from Biz TV, call your cable provider or your satellite provider and say, hey, I want Biz TV. That'll get you on the line with us. But basically, you can find us no matter where you're at internationally. Now, we're in a segment now that we call the good news and the bad news. And we do have some really good news. And it's all about economic indicators. And that's a big way of saying, are things getting better or getting worse? Right now, all the really good indicators have things getting better. One of the things is that we have new housing sales and construction. Last year were up 8%, and they're forecasting that this year will keep a solid 8%. That's a good thing, and I'll explain why a little bit later. When we talk about resales of homes, that's homes that have already had a previous owner that have been resold. Those sales are up 14%. For last year, they expect that same kind of an increase this year. But as important, even more important to old guys like me, are the values of homes. Do you know that last year, the average home in the United States increased in value 5%? But there were pocket areas, and I'm very lucky, mine was one of them, where the value of your home, the equity value of your home went up as much as 18%. Now, in my area, it went up just a little bit higher than that. This year, they're expecting the same thing to happen. Those are tremendous good indicators. Then you think about unemployment. We just got recently a number. We added 88,000 jobs, which is the smallest number of jobs in the last 9 months. But it did lower that unemployment rate from 7.7% to 7.6%. Unfortunately, at that rate, it's going to take us 4 years to get this thing down to a 4% level, and we would like to see it at 3 or under, but at 4%. But it's an indication that things are continuing to be strong. Why did we have such a poor performance? It's sequestration. You see in the news every day that there are companies laying off people, Walmart's laying off people, even the fast food stores are laying off people. You're seeing all of this issues about the minimum wage being changed, and businesses are scared. And so they don't have an awful lot of confidence. But if you look at the indicators are saying things are improving, and they're improving in a nice way. Now, the downside of this, if we talk about, matter of fact, I should have told you, manufacturing's up. And so are investments up, an all-time high for the return on investments on Wall Street. These are all terrific indicators. You see, if you forget about the oil spills, even oil in those kinds of resources are doing really well. Now, but let's talk about the bad side of this, and you heard me talk about it before, and that is that inflation right now is running about, I'm saying 1.5% to 2%. With inflation running at 1.5% to 2%, you are not going to get the kind of strong recovery that you need to have. That needs